What is going on, guys? It's your boy here again, Dean, and I am coming at you guys with some hot new deck profiles for the new set. These are decks that I'm going to sleeve it myself to play around with. Now, this is, I'm just going to warn you guys, not the most competitive deck before the video begins. This is just something that's utilizing a lot of the new cards, so we can play with some of the old cards. It was, I scoured around the bunch of the Japanese Twitter deck list that like managed to win locals, so it is good enough to win locals. But I don't think this is the best build of Dragon. That's probably going to be like PDK, Galmu, something like that with the new Feline, who will show up in this deck. But this one just looks really spicy, and I really want to try this out because, you know, not every deck needs to be the best. So let's begin with it. We start off with Feline, you know, brand new card. We're going to be able to use her to tap our opponent's cards, and then it doesn't untap. So basically, it's kind of like a kill spell. And then if we're in overflow, we also manage to get the White Frost Whisper into our EX area. And the White Frost Whisper says if we're in overflow, it costs 1 instead of 2, and we get to choose a tapped card and destroy it. But if there's a Feline on our field, we get to deal 2 damage to the face as well. Basically kills anything as long as they have something tapped. Very powerful removal card. Definitely something nice for Dragon. Dragon always gets all the good cards, let's just be honest. Triple Blazing Breath, not really anything to say about there. Here's an old card from set 1 that a lot of people may not know about, and that is Dragon Emissary. 1 mana, we're going to be able to top check 5 for a Dragoncraft card that costs at least 5 and add it to our hand, and the remaining of the cards go in the bottom of our deck in any order. This is going to be able to help us continue the pressure with some of the funny cards we're going to be seeing a little bit later in the deck. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because what we do have is the one of Mammoths God Coliseum that's going to be able to blow up our opponent's entire board, and then on death, we can search for a Coliseum on high. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think we can play this down as we have something else, and it just kills itself, and then we get the Coliseum, and the Coliseum says we top check 3, summon a follower, and then the rest go to the grave. It's pretty broken because, yeah, then basically we get to, it gives basically all of our cards ward, and then hopefully we're able to summon the Electromagnetic Rhino off of it, get huge followers off the top, and then if we do have the Coliseum on high in play, we're going to be able to use this card for 0 mana, otherwise it's 3 mana, 3/3, and it evolves for 1. What happens when it evolves? Well, we're going to be able to search our deck for an Arena card and add it to our hand. And the new cards, Arena, see that down there on some of our cards. It's not on that one. Really, it's only on like the big guys from the story. But notice there that we had Electromagnetic Rhino from last set, who's we'll talk about in a minute. But we have that plus the Coliseum. We're going to be milling a lot of cards, and so we're going to be playing 3 of the Star Phoenix, and then basically, if we play a Dragoncraft spell, we can pay 1 mana to get this thing onto our board, giving us blockers to go with our Coliseum. And I think we can summon this. No, wait, no, we can't. But we can evolve it for 1 as well. Playing 3 of the Evolve, we're going to be able to deal 2 damage to an enemy follower. Hopefully, you know, just try to remove some board presence from our opponent. Triple Forte, not really anything to say there. Broken card. We're playing 2 of the Evo. Triple Magnetic Rhino. This card is 5 mana, 0/7. On play, we're going to be able to get +3 attack, and then we mill 4. If we see an Electromagnetic Rhino in the top 4, we're going to be able to repeat this again up to, you know, obviously 3 times, as long as we keep milling the Electromagnetic Rhino. And then so basically you go 3, 6, 9 as far as the stats, and of course we always have 7 on the defense. And then, last words, choose any number of Electromagnetic Rhinos in our cemetery, including this card, return them to your deck, and shuffle it. So basically, you get to put it back in, spin the wheel again, use Dragon Emissary, grab back another Rhino. It's like, hey, why is the Rhino playable? Well, Garyu, new card, 5 mana, 3/4, on play, draw a card, and if he's on the board, each of our other Dragoncraft cards has ward. And when we evolve him, what does he do? He becomes a 4/5, and then we get to summon a Dragoncraft follower who costs 5 or less from our hand. That includes the Rhino. And then, of course, the Rhino does have ward as well. Basically, instead of just having like one kind of shitty body, we have 2 good cards on our board. And the Rhino is not too bad. We're going to be able to loop it, obviously. Another obvious target is the new card, the Jade Long Tactician. 5 mana, 3/5, Storm. And strike, we get to give a card on our board +1/+1, but if it's a Garyu, we give it +2/+2 instead, pumping him up to a 6/7. Definitely very sticky card then. And then, of course, the 5 is pretty hard for a lot of classes to deal with that Storm, and then it's going to have Ward as well. Definitely very powerful. And a card that during the set review we did not know the rulings for, so don't hate me there. The Phoenix Empress, 5 mana, 5/3 rush, but it has last words. We lose a mana, and then we get to put this thing onto our board engaged. I think this is like something you just do like near the end of the game, like maybe on like 8 or 9 mana, when you can afford to bring it back 1 or 2 times. Because as long as you have 5 mana for the Rhino, 6 mana maybe to play a Searcher, you're probably fine. Shenlong is one of, I don't know if I'd actually play this. It doesn't really synergize with the Garyu because you have to evolve the Garyu to play down the Shenlong. Not exactly sure why it's in here. Maybe we could cut this one. I guess it's filter, can discard the Star Phoenixes out of our hand, give us the good cards. Triple Conflag, just a nice board clear, be able to, you know, keep us alive while we're setting up these big things. This doesn't come online until 6. So, you know, definitely nice to have this option. And once we get the actual gears rolling, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Yeah, I will actually record a game with this deck. I'm very excited to actually play the Garyu variant. Is this the best one? I'm not sure. The Coliseum seems a little funny, but yeah, if you guys like this one, smash that like button, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be trying to do probably 2 deck profiles a day, basically up until the release of the set. I'm going to try to get 1 deck for every class out there for you guys. And until next time, this is your boy Dean signing out.